Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Way That I Love You podcast. I am your host, Will Music.
And I am your host, Sherona.
And we are always excited and delighted to be amongst our family in podcast land.
That's right, baby.
That is right. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, I just want to let y'all know that we are a hot, and I mean smoking hot, sexy marriage podcast. And we talk about marriage, our marriage, life's ups and downs, and how we navigate through it from our perspective.
That's right, y'all. We talk about our marriage, what we do in our marriage to make our marriage work. We use tools, y'all. We use tools to edify the body in our marriage. We create these tools, we give them back to you, and we ask you to use those tools any way you can. You can twist them, turn them, pull it, stretch it, and bop it if you need to, right? To make those tools work for you. Now, listen, we know that everyone's marriage is different. Our marriage is our marriage, and your marriage is your marriage. But listen, my loves.
Yes.
If you can't use it, that's okay. Put it in your back pocket and give it to somebody else. Oh,
yeah. Way to go. And also, way to go to all those who are supporting us and loving on us throughout the world and locally. We just love to give you all mad shout outs.
All love.
And all love.
They know who they are.
They know who they are.
And they are.
North America. South America. Africa. Asia. Europe. And Oceania, baby.
Oceania, baby, y'all. We see y'all out there. To each and every last one of you who tune into the Way That I Love You podcast, who supports the Way That I Love You podcast, who love on the Way That I Love You podcast. What other podcast would you listen to but the Way That I Love You podcast?
Yes. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Ring that notification bell so you know
babies.
When things are popping in the land of the Way That I Love You podcast.
Yes, you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple, wherever you podcast.
Yes.
You know, you can even tell your Alexa, and she will play it for you. Play us for you.
I had to peek over your shoulder to see if she was going to speak.
I know, because she kind of
she's sensitive to her name.
Y'all know.
To name calling.
Y'all know every time we tell her to do that, you know, if you listen to us before, you hear her popping on and just saying all kind of random stuff that she want to say.
Yes.
Listen, y'all, we thank y'all for tuning in another week up to the Way That I Love You podcast. We really appreciate y'all. And we do that big introduction each week, not because it's just what we do, but also we do it because we really appreciate all of you. We want to give shout outs to each and every last one of you.
Absolutely.
To let you know that we love you from the bottom of our heart. We have hit 100 episodes.
Yeah.
Yes. 100 episodes, recorded.
Yes.
And featured on our podcast, y'all.
Yes. So we are past our 100th episode.
This will be our 100th one. 101.
Yes.
This episode here.
Yes.
So we have something to be grateful for.
Yes. Excited, grateful.
We thank God.
Motivated.
That's right.
Could you imagine us even doing 100 episodes?
No, I can't imagine it. First of all, when we started, right? Like we said, y'all, it was just something that we were just like, hey, it's the pandemic. What we're going to do? You want to do a podcast? Sure. And I kept saying, I want to do a podcast. I would like to do a podcast. And we were just saying it, right? We wasn't really physically doing it until the pandemic hit. And when the pandemic hit, we were like sitting in the house like, we got all of this equipment. What can we do? And our very first podcast, I was so nervous. Just setting it up. I don't know. I wasn't nervous for being on the air. I was just nervous to know what to talk about, if you want to say the right things, or, you know, how the conversation was going to flow.
Right.
And everything. But once we did it, it was like magical.
It was. And you remember the title of our first episode?
Relationships are not that hard.
Yes.
Yes.
That was a great episode, and you can hear the evolution from episode 1 up into now.
Yes. It was eerie.
Yeah.
An eerie space. It was kind of like just talking. It was fun.
It was fun.
But the podcast have grown y'all into something like, I guess
Beautiful.
This is beautiful, magical.
Yeah. Community of folks.
Yes.
Events and workshops.
Yes.
And retreats. Like.
So we thank y'all because we couldn't have done all of this without you, without your encouragement.
Yes.
And those that just write us and call us up and just say, thank you for that particular episode.
Yes.
It warmed my heart, So.
And all our day ones, you know who y'all are out there.
Yes.
All over the globe.
All over
Not
the
just
globe.
locally, but all over the globe.
Yes. So we are in season 7.
Yes, we are.
I have not my glasses on. Season 7, episode 3. Who's the blame? So before we dive into this particular topic, y'all, because this topic, we're going to spin this topic. We're going to play devil advocate on this particular topic, right? Before we get into that, I want to say, give a shout out to the individuals that are in their anniversary season.
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to the individuals that are focusing and putting the effort into their love moments.
Yes.
Like we went on the trip with iron sharpens iron with the Armstrong chasing your dessert.com, y'all. Chase your dessert.com. I keep saying that. I'm sorry, y'all. Chaseyourdessert.com. That's their website. But we went on a trip with them that they hosted through their church, and we always kind of like link up with their people because they are great, awesome people.
Beautiful
community. And so we went to the Smithsonian.
Yes.
And we had a date night. A couple's day.
Yeah, it was a date.
A full day. Yeah.
Full day.
A full day. We went to the Smithsonian
Museum for
Air
and Space.
Air and Space. And then afterwards we had a picnic.
Yes.
And we set up our little picnic baskets and tables, and y'all, it was nice. We had a good time.
Yes, we did.
In that morning, my cousin, our cousin Buddha, Richard, and his wife Anna. You know who he is. Shout out to Richard and Anna, aka Buddha.
Hey.
They went with us and my sister and our brother, Jahan and Daisha, and we all had breakfast together.
Yeah.
And we just sat around as couples and really enjoyed each other's company and talked to one another and talked about our issues and things that, as married couples that we're kind of going through or we have overcame.
Yeah. And
so we shared those moments. And that's what the community is about.
Yeah, we shared those moments and we played some games too.
Yes.
The conversational games. So, for the fellas, we answer one-word answers. So this kind of game made you go a little bit deeper than a yes or no. But it was good. Great exercise.
It was the and game. So if I say, I think I said something like, do you remember one of the questions?
I don't remember.
It was like, do you think I am a great spender or something like that? And you said, yes.
Yeah, I remember the context.
And then I have to say, and.
Yeah.
Like you can't just leave it with a yes or no. So
right.
It has to be thought-provoking answers to the question.
Basically, straight up, you just got to answer the question.
Yes.
Because you catch yourself and you realize that you will say an answer, but you're not answering the question specifically.
Right.
You're just kind of like acknowledging the question versus answering the question.
So that was a tool that we felt that was a good tool with that game. I felt like that was something that is in a lot of our marriages that we need to learn how to answer the question.
Yes, that is a tool.
Yeah.
Answer the question. Acknowledging is fine, but definitely take your time and answer the question.
Because I say it all the time, like, we got to answer the question. Like, looking around, you be looking like, oh, like, but you didn't answer the question. And I know that it's in your nature as a man
to give a background story and lead up to the answer. Or not.
Or not. Just say yes or no. Yes, dear. No, dear. So, I just want to take that moment to do the shout out to everyone. Because,
yeah, definitely.
I want everyone to know that they mean a lot to us.
Yes.
Just sitting back, taking time to hang out with us and do things with us. And as we pour in, they pour into us as well. Mm-hmm. So as we we can get into the episode, y'all.
Yes, we can.
Yes. So who's to blame? This is season 7, episode 3. You want to start this off?
Do I want to start this off? So you want me to start it off with like the background? So basically, who's to blame? The way this particular episode came about, my wife and I, we was going through the Word of God.
Well, I'm gonna stop you real fast. Our pastor had preached already on this particular.
Go ahead, you set it up then.
So
see what I mean, folks? Like, do you want to say something? Not if you have something you want to say.
So 3 weeks ago, the word came forth from our pastor.
Right.
Reminded us when you preached on this particular passage as well.
Years
ago.
It
was years ago. Mm-hmm. So, but when something comes back around, it hits differently.
Oh yeah.
And so as you mature, you're like, okay, there's a lot of information missing. Right here. And so because we are relationship coaches, baby, and because we take time with one another to really observe everything, we've learned to observe a lot of things and not just take everything at face value, because some things you take at face value, but then some things you got to look at it and say, wait a minute,
right, what's
the story here,
right, because
there's other things involved. So because you ministered on it, and then years ago, and then our pastor just ministered on it a while ago, and we usually sometimes go back to what we've learned or what we've been brought that week or whatever.
Yeah, so whatever revelation we got from it.
Right. So that's what we're coming at for y'all. And we're going to get into this particular word. It's called Who's to Blame is the title. Season 7, episode 3. Baby, take it away.
Why, thank you, Sherona. That was beautiful. So who's to blame? It's based on, like my wife said, we was in the word and everything that led up to this particular passage, which is in 2 Samuel chapter 11. And it's the story of King David and Bathsheba. So everybody knows basically the story. If you don't know, read it and then listen to this episode again. All right. And you have to listen good and careful, because this is going to be a very special episode, because this is going to be a 2-part episode, because that's how deep this thing is, in the revelation that we've gotten out of it and started talking it out, and was just like, wow, this is on point and this is valid. God's word is valid 24/7, 365 days of the year.
That's right. And be reminded, if listen, you don't have to be a Christian to get into the word, to listen to the word. If it applies to you, if you take a little bit of it, that's okay. Just learn, just listen. And if it don't apply to you, you can say, hey, I listened to this word, I listened to them, and it didn't apply to me, but I'm giving it to somebody else.
Right.
You go ahead and do that. Listen to it, and then get whatever you get out of it and give it to somebody else.
Oh, yeah. And
plant it.
You'll definitely learn, because as marriage and relationship coaches, this is the kind of stuff that we see here. You know what I mean? Right. So it's common in relationships. It's not far-fetched, is what I'm saying.
And this story relates back, like you can relate this story into today's time
with certain aspects of the story.
Right.
It may not be your exact situation, but there's elements in this story that are definitely relatable.
Okay. So there's 3 people involved in this story. You have King David.
Well, 4.
Well, 4. Right. Okay. You got King David. You got Bathsheba.
Yes.
You got the husband, Uriah. And then you got the best friend, or the friend, we just want to say, Nathan. Right? So it's 4 individuals. So you got dude, you got her, you got him, and you got your home.
Yeah, you got your circle of wisdom. You know, someone that's going to always keep it 100 with you.
That's right. So relate to that, right? All right. So as we get into the story, before the story, I had talked to you and I'm like, babe, so King David, he was being blessed by the Lord up and down, all through the whole particular thing, up into the part that he got stuck. And like so many of us, we get blessed by God. He is moving things around. We are following his footsteps. We are in the zone. You ever had that kind of that moment in life when everything is going right and people are leaving the job just to make room for you, and like you just climbing the ladder or whatever it is, it's making a pass, like make a hole. That's what's happening for David.
And David is, and we're going to walk with this thing too, because David, with that, you can only imagine when you have things consistently going for you, and you're not even putting in much effort, but you know from whom all blessings flow how this thing is coming to pass, right? So, but that still gives you encouragement, humility, and honor. You know what I'm saying? And when people see that type of movement happening, and as you are the favorite one, that gives more than confidence, but that also gives a sense like, wow, I really see beyond this person what's happening. It becomes an inspiration and inspiring. So you always know once you're in a position and things are happening and moving, and you inspire people, there's always something or some things or someone that is, I'm not going to say lurking, because these things are subtle that can sometimes happen.
But I see where you're coming from, but I had already told you that she wasn't lurking.
Look, we're not even at that part yet.
But you saying lurking, like you about to put it on her all the way.
Look, who's to blame, y'all? Who's to blame? All I'm just saying is, it can be somebody lurking. It can be something subtle. Okay. I didn't particularly say anything else other than that. Okay. I'm just saying, when you're in a position where of influence and the spotlight is on you and you feeling good about it and you know your place in that position. Okay. There are elements.
And that is true.
That can be in the form of different things.
That's right. And that's right. But when I talked to you, when I said, hey, it seemed as if, when David was getting blessed with all these things, they said David's the man after God's own heart. He was getting blessed, y'all, with all of this stuff, right? And God was just doing it. He made him king. He kind of like just made a path for him. Like I said, he was like, make a hole, right? And gave him all these things. David still acknowledged God by giving him saying a prayer. Yeah. And you can kind of follow along up into chapter 11, from like chapter 2 Kings, chapter 1.
No, 2 Samuel.
Sorry. 2 Samuel, chapter 1, all the way up to 11. You can see how God had elevated him. And when I had told you last night, I said, as he was getting elevated, he knew that this was God and he had nothing to do with it. Right. And I said, sometimes that man, ourselves, God be doing so many things in our life, and we recognize it and we love him for it and we give him all praise, right? But in us, we still want to work in our own flesh. Right. We start getting, I don't want to say jealous of God, and not the way of using the word jealous of God. We want to say we did something. Right. And so when he did that, when he had that moment of flesh that rised up, and he wasn't being humble, and he wanted to say, I did this outside of God. He wanted what he wanted. He didn't feel like a man because he felt like God was doing everything for him. Right. And he wanted to show off what he could do. And that's where I felt that story was leading to in that moment. Like that's what I had saw in that moment. So I don't know who's to blame, because she was there, he was in a vulnerable stage where he felt that he was getting puffed up.
Well, let's unpack that, because for me, we're not at the part with her yet. Okay. We're still dealing with him.
But you put her there. You said that things were people and places when you're getting elevated,
Right.
Things get put into place. But
there are elements on that rise where there will be things that take the attitude of either subtleness or lurking or whatever. I'm just saying that as we're taking this walk, as we're walking through this right here now and talking through it.
Okay.
I told y'all this is gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So I'm not putting the blame. We're discovering who's to blame.
So in this moment, I'm going to put the blame on David.
All right, well, let's still unpack David, because you touched on something very important. And as a man, when you see things happening and you know it's not you, and like you said, we have our flesh that rise up. Everybody has been given free will, right? That free will allows us to do whatever we want. You know what I mean? God puts things and guidelines in place for us to be committed, dedicated to follow, and he blesses us.
So it's almost like he's going to give you this, and what you going to do with it? Yeah. Make room, let him work. Go ahead.
So now he has all this, and like you said, and I had conversations with people before with that regard.
Okay.
Being in having talents and stuff, or being recognized for something.
Okay.
You get to a point where people just see that, and they don't see you as the person.
Right. So people saw God when they looked at David. They didn't see David, and David felt insecure about that thing.
And that was his internal battle.
And that was his internal battle, because he started to feel insecure. This is just my view, y'all. I felt that he started to feel insecure, and so he started to want to feel like he wanted to move on his own.
Right.
Because he wasn't. So in that part, I'm like, well, who's to blame from the beginning? Right? So that's David. Now we got Bathsheba.
But still, you are making your point.
Okay.
And you're not allowing the thing to unfold.
Okay,
I'm trying to give the man's perspective. You who?
Unfolded.
You what? It's like that. But as the man, like what is that? Because men can identify.
Okay, go ahead. As a man, go talk to the men.
Yeah, so I'm talking to the fellas out here. Yo, fellas, you know we here 100. We keeping it real. This is real talk all day. So you get in that place where it's just like, I gotta do something so I can feel better. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate and thank God for what he's done, but I need to feel like I'm doing something to contribute. I don't want to seem like this weak vessel with this awesome God. I don't want to seem like I'm not doing my part, because maybe this can be taken away from me if I don't do something. But even in that, the internal battle is selfishness. Is from a perspective in a place of selfishness to say, I want to do something for myself. Like, I know God can, but I can too. And I'm going to do this for me.
So what he's saying is it wasn't about God, it was about for me. I wanted to do something for me.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
he completely ignored on purpose.
There we go. That's the whole thing I was getting at. On purpose. On purpose. He did this on purpose.
Now, see how when you let me walk that
you
thing.
Just want me to kiss you. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, come on.
But go ahead. Yeah.
So,
on purpose.
On purpose. So even putting Bathsheba there, she wasn't set up. What I'm saying was so a lot of times it make it seem as if she was the thing that was set up for him to fall.
Right.
No, I don't see that.
Right.
Because Bathsheba was dealing with some things of her own. Yes.
And that's what we're going to unpack as well.
And so a lot of times when two people are dealing with two things of their own, and they're broken in that moment, or they're feeling unappreciated in that moment, or insecure in that moment, two insecure, unappreciated people can find each other real quick. Because they are vulnerable. And so how the enemy sets it up is that two insecure, unappreciated or unappreciated people find that each other in that moment for the purpose of destruction. So that's that. I don't feel like she was there to destroy him. So a lot of the times it's said as if she was there to destroy him,
right? Or to be a temptress,
or something.
Yeah. So let's set that up.
Okay, let's set that up.
So David is a king. Mm-hmm. It was a time of war. David was conquering, like we were talking about, through the whole second Samuel book, mm-hmm. up into this chapter 11 with Bathsheba. Mm-hmm. So normally in war, the king goes out with his soldiers. Mm-hmm. On this one particular night, now, before I even go that step further, let's go to Bathsheba's husband, Uriah, who was a soldier. Mm-hmm. He was a part of the military, right? Mm-hmm. And he fought for the King David,
right?
For the house of David. So this war came. Normally the king goes with the men, but this particular night, King David.
Well, not just the night. He just said he wasn't going. It wasn't that he wasn't going. He wasn't.
Well, this was the particular night that he made the decision that he was not going mm-hmm. to battle. So he made that decision. And then it says that he went up on a roof to walk around or whatever.
Okay, so before we get into that, because this is what it doesn't say. Mm-hmm. And I want to go back to Bathsheba mm-hmm. because it says Bathsheba was up on the roof and she was bathing and right. walking around naked. And David happened to see her mm-hmm. and called her over, right? So before let's back it up though.
Yeah.
Because when you said that David said he wasn't going to war with his what's the word I'm looking for?
The soldiers.
With the soldiers, right? He wasn't going to war with soldiers, what he would normally do. Mm-hmm. He would go and fight around, with the soldiers.
The king would go with the army.
Right.
Yeah.
So this lets me know that this is not his first time admiring Bathsheba. And this is not, he set that up not to go so he would not be, so that he would have an excuse to go to the roof.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Right. This wasn't, listen, you don't just go to the roof and just go right into it. They was some Google eyes going on ahead of time. Mm-hmm. He knew exactly where to go. She knew exactly where to walk.
What time to
be there. This means that they were already secretly creating this love affair mm-hmm. from the beginning. Mm-hmm. And so he already knew that Bathsheba had a husband that was already going to be at war because he decided to stay behind. Y'all, this is not in the word, okay? So
we're paraphrasing.
We're paraphrasing. We're getting revelation about what was said and what was not said and how we're like looking at it. So you already knew where I was going to be at. You know what I'm saying? He already knew that she was because he'd been looking at her for a moment. Mm-hmm. And they said this chick was bad. Mm-hmm. So it ain't the first time that he saw her. If she already been known probably around, like this is
she the baddest one out there right now.
Right. So he heard about her before. Mm-hmm. But even being the baddest one, they said that her husband, Uriah, he was a soldier. Mm-hmm. And so being a soldier, excuse me, y'all, a lot of times she was left alone. Mm-hmm. So by her being on the roof, it let me know something. You don't just start taking thought pictures, right, and putting them on social media unless you are being ignored. Right. You're looking for some kind of attention.
Right.
And I don't think that she was just saying, I want attention from the king. She wanted attention first from her husband. But he was a dedicated soldier. Right.
And you'll get that information as you read.
Right. So as she started thotting mm-hmm. up on the roof, mm-hmm. taking her Instagram pictures, mm-hmm. David was lurking on the gram. He's
throwing out those TikToks.
Right. He spotted her. Yeah. And they was flirting back and forth with some emojis. Mm-hmm. That's why he was like, I'm not gonna go to war. I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna meet you on the roof. Right? And so when he got up there, then he gonna act like he don't know who is that person. You know who that is, David.
That's why he asked a stranger.
He asked a stranger.
He didn't ask somebody he knew. He said he asked a man.
And he told him that was Uriah's wife. Oh, okay. You knew. Listen, David. Who's to blame?
Who's to blame?
Now, so we got Uriah, who's never home, y'all. This dude is not taking time with his wife. Is he to blame, babe?
Hey, it's something there.
And it doesn't say that in the Bible that he's never home.
Yeah, it doesn't say that.
But you got to read
again, y'all. We paraphrasing and trying to we
deciphering the.
We're getting what we're getting out of it from the position of marriage and relationship coaches, and knowing how relationships operate and how things don't just happen out of the blue. Things like that, they get built up. The stage is set, the tone is set, the environment is set for it.
Right, and I know that it got built up because it said that God was with David. So when David, he had a moment to separate himself from God, then it started to happen. So it was, if God was with him, he wouldn't allow himself. He separated himself from God in order to make, like you said, to be selfish, to do something for him on purpose, because he had already saw Bathsheba before, and he wanted that.
And I know this is getting juicy right now, but guess what?
Did you use the word juicy?
Yes, I did. But guess what? You're going to have to tune in next week to listen to part 2 of this.
All right, y'all. We're going to end it right there, and we're going to go into part 2 of it. I didn't want to end it right there. I think we could have got a little bit longer, but I see what you're saying. You know, we're going to end it right there, but tune in next week because we're going to talk about whose fault is it?
Who's to blame?
Who's to blame?
Who's to blame?
Is it David that was separating himself and trying to do things in his own, you know, in his own manhood, that he got caught up and he allowed himself to, you know, just be vulnerable at that moment and try to, because he just felt puffed up, right?
Yeah.
He was puffed up.
Yeah.
He
was all in his feelings.
That's right. Was it Bathsheba that she was lonely? She was a wife that was lonely and wanted some attention.
Who's to blame? Could you blame her for wanting attention?
Right. I mean, her husband was never home. He was never. So you're going to figure out what in part 2, you're going to find out how much he was never home. Right. And David knew that. Okay. So then we got who's to blame. Is it Uriah?
Yeah.
Is it Uriah? Is it the faithful servant of David? The faithful.
He was served in the military.
Served in the military
to protect his king,
but wasn't covering his house.
How you love your king
and not cover your wife,
and not have that same love for your wife?
But it don't say he didn't have that same love. It didn't show that. But you got to read between the lines. It didn't say that he didn't love his wife. It just said that he was not. Well, it said that he did not go home.
Yeah. Now you stop giving them little bread.
All right.
Because we're gonna hold it right there.
All right.
But look, the only reason why I did that and say hold it right there, because now for those who are truly interested, read 2 Samuel, and we'll deliberate on next week, and you'll be able to follow more closely.
Okay, so I'm gonna challenge them even more. I want you to go to our Facebook, the Way That I Love You. What is it? The Way That I Love You
podcast. The only podcast on the planet. It's like, nah.
On Facebook. I was about to say the website. The Way That I Love You podcast on Facebook. And we, you know, so we're going to put something down there. If you got anything to say, if you feel like we're off on anything, if you feel like we're right, if you feel like we're like hitting it right on the nose, like, you know what, this is interesting.
Yes.
Let us know. If you feel that this is interesting, go ahead and let us know also on our YouTube as well. Okay. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we see y'all all next week. Thank you for tuning in. We thank God for all that he's given us and allowing us to dig deep and pull out this word. We ask that you all be blessed out there. And if you don't want to be blessed, that's all right. Be stress-free. In Jesus' name, I'm going to say, amen. Because that's all you can say after that. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to the Way That I Love You podcast. I'm your host, Sherona. And I'm your host, Will Music. And we'll see you next week.